Check out my baby pawpaw tree. It's adorable, isn't it? Planted some pawpaw seeds in here like last fall. And right here, that right there is a baby pawpaw tree. I'm 100% sure. Now I planted them like last fall, and I planted them in a, not just in the ground, but I planted them in a sort of mixture of just soil, water crystals, water storing crystals. And the polymers, I recommend them highly for pawpaws. I recommend them highly for most plants, but for pawpaws in particular, don't listen to people that are telling you to just let them grow in soil that, you know, just whatever soil you have on your property. Don't do that. And the water, you know, within reason, add water crystals, and know if you're going to add water crystals that there is no fertilizer in them generally, you know. They do make water crystals that do have a little bit of fertilizer in them. So I recommend them highly with pawpaws. You know, pawpaws they are not drought tolerant whatsoever. And the young ones, you know, definitely there's issues. And one of the issues is that, like, when they're real young like this, I'm going to have to shade this, like, for the rest of this year, and I'm sure next year too. So I'll keep it shaded, because that's generally how the pawpaws would, you know, they'd grow. Like, they'd be shaded. It's an understory tree, so they'd be shaded. Now, once they get to a certain age, you can have them in full sunlight, and they're going to do real well, especially if you have fruiting trees. This did come from not seeds that I bought. If you buy seeds, they're not gonna work. They're not. First of all, seeds for the pawpaw tree, they should never be dried out. Okay? You should keep them moist. You dry out that pawpaw seed, it will not germinate. That's a fact. So know that. So if you're going to buy seeds on the internet, they're going to be dried out when they, you know, even drying out for like a half an hour, people say that they will not grow. So don't do that. Also, you know, if you're going to try and plant pawpaws, you need to get grafts or seedlings. Or get fruit and plant seeds like I did. But not all of I have about 27 plants, pawpaw trees, and most of them are seedlings or, you know, graft plants that are mostly Peterson pawpaws. This seedling here is from Peterson fruit. I believe it's a Wabash, if I'm not mistaken. So it won't be a Wabash, of course, because, you know, who knows what pollinated it, but it'll probably be good genetics and make good fruit. But I just want to show my baby pawpaw tree. Looks pretty awesome, right? It's looking good. Now I'm going to put this stool right in front of it. I have like this step stool, and I'm going to stick it in front of it for the rest of the summer. And that's also why this is up here too, because I planted these seeds, you know. I planted some seeds right here, and I was leaving town, and I'm like, well, if the seeds come up, the seedlings will just get burnt by the sun. So I blocked it off with that, and then I'm going to block it off, you know, so that it gets very little sun. Very little sun. You have to shade the young trees, or else they'll definitely die. And I recommend water crystals with pawpaws, especially when you're trying to get them, you know, you just get them, put water crystals in the ground, you know. It helps. It totally fucking helps. Water crystals aren't that important for your older trees, of course, but like when they're just, you're trying to get them to, you know, have some root production and some growth, make sure that you use water crystals. I guarantee you that the pawpaw tree is not drought tolerant. And when you think about where it grows in like, it can grow anywhere in the eastern United States pretty much. You know, to grow to USDA zone 4, I think. There's some plants that are growing pawpaws up there in Canada. So know that they are not drought tolerant. and you should make sure that they have plenty of water. It's a plant that naturally grows in like down by rivers and creeks. You know, it's always in that kind of area. They don't do good in sand. Don't add sand. It's not going to be helpful. Right behind this stool, baby pawpaw tree. It's safe. It's safe from the sun. If you don't do something like this with your young pawpaw trees, if you don't make something for shade, it will kill them. The sun will just fuck them up. And they love water, by the way. So I recommend using water crystals for sure. Polymers help, you know, amend the soil with polymers. That's my recommendation, you know. I killed a lot of trees before I figured out how to keep them all alive. It's the truth. Don't buy seeds on the internet. They're dried out. They will not grow. And the other thing that's important to know about the internet is do not buy anything from like burpees or, you know, you know what they're going to send you? They're going to send you root suckers. And none of them are going to fucking take. You need to buy seedlings or buy grafts. It's a fact. Buy grafts, man. 3-4 years you'll have fruit. This is a pretty little pawpaw tree. This is from a strain from Michigan. And it was a seedling. It's a really nice looking tree. I mowed it over, I think, for a couple years, so it's shorter. It should be over 6 foot tall, or about 6 foot tall at this point. It's not. It might flower next year. It could. I got another one that's related to it, meaning I got them all at the same time. They were all seedlings from a strain in Michigan. Here's another pawpaw tree. This is the one from the Michigan plants, and this one is another example. Man, it didn't do anything like the first year. I think I might have mowed over it actually. So it didn't do anything like the second year either. It just had root growth, and I think maybe something about that big coming up, and I didn't touch it. And now it's playing catch up. It's the like second largest tree that I have. You know, they take a long time to grow. They really do. If I was going to do it over, I would have gotten grafts. I was having trouble finding them. I felt lucky to find the seedlings. But if you plant a seedling, man, it might be 8, 9, 10 years before you get fruit. I planted these a long, long time ago. So I think that this one's going to flower, meaning next spring it'll flower and I should have fruit. The one in the front never got mowed over, and it's about 1.5 feet taller or something. And it flowered this year. It had a lot of flowers, but I didn't really have anything to pollinate it with. So I'm hopeful. It's a pretty tree. You know, they're ornamental. They're good looking trees. I like them. Here's a nice looking tree. This is a Rappahannock. It looks good. I like the pawpaw trees. They have a tropical feel to them. The fruit is very tropical tasting. Reminds me of Red Bull. Honestly, it does. Sort of like bubble gum or something. It's undescribable, you know. It's best, I recommend it best frozen. Like, don't even make ice cream. Just take the pulp and freeze it. Don't add milk, don't add sugar, don't add anything. Just freeze it and then eat it, the pulp, when it's frozen. It's unbelievable. It is. It's absolutely fantastic. That's a nice looking little tree. That's a Wabash. That's a Peterson's pawpaw. That's a Wabash. It's always done pretty good since I got it. No problems. I had another one up front, but one of the dogs screwed with it, fucked up its roots. The pawpaw is all about its roots, you know. Screw up the taproot on the pawpaw, and the plant's fucked. But if you just mow it over, it'll grow back for sure, no problem. I've had that with several plants I mowed over. I don't mow them over anymore, I'll tell you that. But that's a Wabash. It looks real good. It's a nice looking plant. The other one up front, I can't remember why a dog fucked with it. I think they fucked with it because I used a different type of fertilizer that attracted them, to tell you the truth. I thought it was a skunk, you know, that did it, and then I question if it was Tonka. You know, I think it was Tonk. Here's a Peterson's pawpaw. This is a Shenandoah. I like Shenandoah. They taste great. It's a pretty tree. I put it in last year. It's doing real well. You know, this is one of the trees that flowered. It flowered this spring. You know, too small to you know, really fruit or anything, but maybe it'll flower again next year. This one's doing real good. This is a it's a seedling, but it's doing real fast. It's growing. It's going great. I just put that in like last year. It's doing better than almost any of them that I put in last year. Yes, it will flower again next year, because I can see right there. Can you see that little bulb? That's going to be a flower. So since this is going to flower next year, I'll be ready. And what I'll do is, you know, I can always take the flower off of this tree and take it up front and pollinate the tree that is going to flower a lot. A few of the pawpaws self-pollinate. I believe that one from Kansas does. I can't remember the name of it. Sunflower, maybe? Yeah, I think sunflower pawpaw is one of them that self-pollinates, but most of them don't. So if you have a graft, and like two Shenandoah grafts aren't going to pollinate each other. If you had a Shenandoah and a seedling, no problem. See what I'm saying? If you had a Shenandoah and a Wabash, they'll pollinate each other. It's a great fruit. The thing about the trees that are great is no insects fuck with them. Their leaves are poisonous. They are. And deer and nothing fucks with them. Rabbits, nothing. So it's unlike my peach trees. Like, you know, animals will go eat the bark and kill the trees. Not with the pawpaw tree. Nothing touches it. I was just looking at this one. This one's going to flower in the spring too. So I definitely have flowers to pollinate trees with. Yay! I'm going to have pawpaw fruit. It's fucking awesome. Once everything is mature in this yard, I won't have to self-pollinate anything. I have 27 trees, I think, 28 trees, something like that. And I got a couple in the front, something like that. I got plenty to pollinate with. Bees aren't the pollinators, it's beetles and flies. Or do it yourself, you know, which I'll probably do both. Use the beetles, the flies, and make sure that they get pollinated, you know. Got a lot of trees. Rappahannock, that's a Peterson's pawpaw. It's got, see how the leaves curl on the Rappahannock? It's a beautiful tree. I think this is its third year or something like that. It's a graft. It's doing good. See this leaf coming out here at the bottom? I'm going to remove it. There's no reason to be sending energy down. We want all energy to be going up. That is adorable.